Hello YouTubes, this is Grimweird coming back at you with more Enigmatica 2 Expert Mod Pack playthrough action for Minecraft 1.12.2. And we're back with more space station action. So I thought, hey, I might as well actually show me buttoning this thing up. So I have a couple of building tools. The building gadgets building tools is cool and it's very powerful, but this one here, the unbreakable wand from Better Builders Wands, is just very simple and quick. It's not as powerful, but sometimes I use it just because I know what it's going to do and I don't have to fiddle with any settings. So here we are closing up that. So now we've got this. One thing I definitely wanted to make sure is that I don't want to build anything on my teleport spot. So I have set up my space station teleportation sign with brown magic for doink here. And so I put that in the floor to mark where that is so that I don't accidentally build anything on it. But anyway, let's get back to buttoning this up. So we'll button that up and button that up. All right. So I think I have decided. Well, I don't know. So I've got the aluminum scaffolding stairs. We've got an entry at my teleport point. I've got the ineffable glass. I think I have enough. Did I bring it? I have that. So we can Alright, so that's closed off now. It looks a little cheesy, but it makes us airtight, and I can walk through it without having any kind of funky door and worrying about that. Would it look better if I did that? Yes. Alright. So there's that. So now the question is, do I want to do that in the other four corners? And I think the answer is no. But these do look a little weird. I want to be able to. So I think what I'll do is I'll break out some of this and put more enlightened glass here as a window. Because I made a stupid amount of enlightened glass. Or sorry, enlightened fused quartz. Alright. Yeah, I think I like the look of that. Whoa, don't do that. And then one more corner. All right. So everything should be sealed up. And we got the windows and then an actual exit here. And go ahead and remove the stairs here so I don't confuse myself. And put normal blocks there. Ditto here. And here. And we are good to go. So this 7x7 area is where we take off and land our rocket. Everything, it's open to space, but once we pass in here, we are good. So if we set up, let's take a look at some of this stuff. We got an oxygen vent. I'm not sure how that works. CO2 scrubber. I think those two go hand in hand. Let's go ahead and, where do I want to put stuff? So we need one big open area for our multi-block warp core, and we might need another one for some sort of satellite stuff. So then we can make one open area, sort of our, maybe our junk drawer of just stuff. So we could put that there, that there. This guy takes power. So let's get some of that out. For now, I'm just going to put it like that. We might pretty up the placement of all of this once I understand what it does and if I need it. So there's a trace amount of oxygen. I got to probably bring up a tank of oxygen here. So it's got power. Is that something ticking up? Anyway, I probably got to bring up an oxygen tank to make that work. Oh, and I got to put a thing in there. A carbon collection cartridge. So now that will do that. I think this is ticking up. I don't know if it needs oxygen or not. We'll find out. My suit oxygen isn't going down that fast, and we can teleport here and out again. Let's go ahead and set up a warp drive if we can. That's about all we need for all the building supplies for now. If I were playing a different mod pack, I might expand this and make a huge station and do a lot of, fun and interesting things out here. But the reality is, I'm sort of eager to just get her done and power on through things here. Let's put our inventory and stuff over here. Let's keep all of the sort of little small junk in one quarter of our space station. Let's see, we can put this guy here. So I don't think I've used this pair. I was going to use it for something and didn't. So we can have this here, and we can put the other one back on our base, probably in our rocket area. Don't need the chisel anymore. Don't need the copy paste tool anymore. Don't need the paste canister anymore. So what was I doing? Oh, I was looking for this stuff. So we got a warp core, 15 titanium blocks, 2 blocks of gold, 4 machine structures, a hatch. The warp controller, I think, is a separate beast. Don't know if we need an input plug. I need to get out my holo projector. Make sure I know what I'm doing here. So if I've got it set to, so you shift right click it to do its GUI, and then left click drag to move up through its thing, and so we're on the warp core, which is where we want to be. If I mouse over it, it'll tell me what blocks I need. I need the warp core, the 15 titanium blocks, the 2 golds, 4 machine structure, and an input hatch. So we should be set there. Where do we want to put this? Maybe somewhere around here-ish? How big is this thing? So it is 3 by 3 by 3 cube. So we'd sort of like to move it over one and center it up. So we want it right about there, I think. Oops. Yeah, that looks good. Yeah, let's just build it. What the heck? Titanium. 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 It's a good thing we set up the thing on the moon, because otherwise it's a good thing there was titanium on the moon, because otherwise we'd have been in trouble. I think that's probably, yeah, it's a block of gold. Man, the gravity here just feels a little funky. Alright, I guess I'll put those in last. So now we need some machine structures. There. And then more titanium blocks all around the outside edge. That makes sense. Are we going to have enough room to do this? Okay, I think I've got this figured out now. We can make the ghost blocks go away. So I can get in here and place the blocks of gold. I think I understand where we're headed here. And then, oops. So that top hatch is probably where I put my dilithium crystals. So that is cool. Oh yeah, look at that. Nice. Alrighty. So then the warp controller is basically just a control panel for it. And I don't know that it needs to be on it or near it, so let's go ahead and put it over here. Nice. So we'll get all into that later. Right now, what's this thing doing? Alright. What else do we have? We should have a gravity thing. I might actually like that more than I thought it would, because it's very disorienting when you go to like hop and you sort of drift a little. So let's go ahead and put that maybe in this corner. I have a feeling we're going to have to have more CO2 scrubbers. Yeah, I'm going to change this around a bit real quick. We want that. That. And that. Try not to break my window in space. That would probably not be good. So I think what we'll do is could probably run power under this. I assume this thing takes power. I would assume so. let's do that. And I think I'm gonna go ahead and center up the oxygen and make a second scrubber, because I think you probably end up needing more than one scrubber, but we shall see. Alrighty, so we'll have the oxygen there, we'll have a scrubber there, and maybe an oxygen tank here. I don't know how you fill it up with oxygen. We'll figure it out. I wonder if that's going to break our air seal. I don't know. Probably not. So let's go ahead and button that back up so I don't fall through. And I'm going to teleport back to the base to pick up our stuff. Doink. So we'll pick up that oxygen guy again, and we'll see if we have enough for another scrubber. How expensive are these? A fan, a carbon brick. Oh, that's not expensive at all. So one of those. We can use any motor, so we're going to use just the one I have auto-crafted. And a fan, I have that auto-crafting too. That's not expensive. Go. So we got a fan and a motor. Yeah, we should be good to go now. Boom. Then we need to make another one of those canisters. What are those called? I don't remember. Let's see, one of these, carbon collection cartridge. That's going to require more iron sheets. So iron plates. Grab a couple of those and funnel them through our machines. Yeah, so this, do that. Get those. Build the thing. So we got 2. Yeah, that's probably good enough. Don't need that. Alrighty, so now let's head on back up there. Put that in place, and we should have a base. So, oxygen. Oh, the other CO2 scrubber, I forgot to grab it. Gosh darn it. Well, we'll get this one rolling. We got to head back and figure out how you fill that thing with oxygen anyway. Or if you even have to, I'm not sure. Okay, there's that. And let's see if the quest book says anything about CO2 in here. Advanced Rocketry. Oxygen vent. When supplied with oxygen, so we do have to supply it with oxygen. But I don't know how. Let's see, we could probably... We should have some oxygen somewhere. So we can top up our suit here. And then, so this thing has oxygen. I just don't know what container it needs. If it specifically needs one of these. Let's make one of the high pressure ones, the ones out of aluminum, because that's not cheap. I mean, that's not expensive. So grab some aluminum plates and do the thing. I have a feeling we just made way too much. Stop, stop. Let's try something a little more reserved here. Maybe 4, I think. Can't remember how much this makes. Or what it makes. Alright, so that made 2. Now the question is, can you fill these? And is this even what I want? Alright, so I filled it. So that is sort of what I had in mind. The only question is this the way we do it? Or do we have to pipe it in from some sort of a thing? I don't know. Let's go look. Where's my sign? Alrighty. Aha. Nice. Well, we got some in there, maybe. I don't know what that's doing. These are still both full. Alright. So maybe you just... Whoa! Well, something happened there. Something is going on. Alright, well, I'm not sure what's going on, but we'll put down another scrubber. Put down another one of those. Does this thing need power? Because that one looks lit up and this one does not. Well, if we have atmosphere, I'm about to vent it. What's this saying now? We don't know. Whatever. There. Well, something is happening. I'm not exactly sure what. But something is happening. Do we have gravity? No, not really. Do I get to set the gravity? Alright, so I drag that over to the left to go to full target gravity of 1. And gravity, I think, is increasing. Cool. Alright, well, I'm not exactly sure what's going on, but hey. Things are being accomplished. I think. Really, all of this is secondary. I'm not going to be spending a lot of time in this base. Some gravity and some air would be nice, just in case anything weird happens. But I think that's about as far as we're going to go with all that. I'm going to assume that that is us being oxygenated. I haven't gone outside and killed those, so let's go ahead and try and do that without flying away into the void. Ooh, spacewalk. Neat. And actually, since I am doing this, I might as well. This is pretty freaky. Not sure how far away we can get without causing ourselves some problems. So I think what I'm going to do here is, in case we end up digging this up some more, I'm just going to extend all of this. And enclose it. So that if I have to do anything, we're not potentially opening ourselves up to explosive decompression or whatever. Alrighty. And back indoors. Hey, gravity is starting to feel more normal. 0.99 artificial gravity. Nice. Okay, so this thing's turning green now, so that looks good. I still don't know what's going on here. But I guess we'll just let it run. I guess we could always try taking off our helmet and see what happens. We're invincible, so why not? Oh, hey, look at that. We can take off our helmet. Nice. So apparently we have air. So that's cool. I'm just going to leave my suit on anyway, just in case. Otherwise, I'm sure I'll forget and run out to the rocket and start choking. Alrighty, so we now have a functional space station. We can teleport to and from it. It's got gravity. It's got air. It doesn't look half bad. And let's see. I think that's about it for now. I don't think we're going to need to get into satellites or anything really. So basically, we're going to pause here. And I need to investigate this interface and figure out what we're doing here. And see what destinations we have available to us. Ooh, here we go. I think there's something wrong with the scaling on this interface, so I might need to play with that a bit too. Oh, look at that. We got stuff. Neptune, Jupiter, Saturn, Venus, Mars, Mercury, Uranus. We got all sorts of stuff here. Can you zoom in or out? Alright, so I need to sort of figure all of this out. Yeah, we got some clipping going on in our interface here, so I don't think we can see other other systems. So I might need to play around. Oh, hey, here's something. Aha! Proxima, Sol, HD42, yada yada. So where do I want to go? I sort of did a Google about what planets were like, and I think Novus is one that I sort of want to visit. So Proxima, Phylaca, Stella, Novus. So that might be the first place we go, and the reason is that it's like a lava planet from what I hear, that has some blazing pyrotheum. So we may as well go there and fill up on more pyrotheum, since that's what we're using as our fuel of choice. Alright, so this all looks promising. I'm going to go ahead and pause here and just make sure I have all my ducks in a row before we actually go somewhere weird. And if we have time, we will set off, and if not, I will come back and say goodbye, and we will travel to Novus next episode. So be right back. Okay, so we're already sort of getting long on in this video, and we accomplished a lot. We buttoned up the space station, got us some artificial gravity, some air, some CO2 scrubbers. We got our warp controller and warp drive set up. So I think we've accomplished enough for this. So we are going to go up to the input hatch here. Where's my dilithium crystals? Here we go. So I'm going to get all these out. Oh, and I should get these out too, because I think we need to, once we decide to fly somewhere, we're going to need these planet ID chips. But let's go ahead and throw some dilithium crystals into this bad boy. Ooh, that's new. Is it using them up, or does it use them up when it travels? I don't know. We got some storage here, so I'm going to throw the rest of these up here. We don't want to get over to another solar system and then not be able to get our station home. Although that's why we've got things like an ender chest and teleportation spots and stuff on it. But if you were doing this earlier game, definitely safety first. Alright, so I think we are good to go to end this episode. Okay, there we're starting to see some wear on our carbon collection cartridges, so that's good. That means they're working. Just double check, but yeah, we can take our helmet off and run around, so that's cool. Presumably we could take all of this stuff off. Yep, nice. Very cool. So I think we have succeeded in all of our objectives. Let's see. So yeah, when we come back next episode, we're going to try to fly this whole damn station to Novus and grab some more pyrotheum and look for some of our missing quest items, which would be the clathrates, destabilized redstone clathrate, energized clathrate, and resonant clathrate. And then also we need, we've got plenty of draconium, but it's all overworld styled ore, so we need in draconium ore and nether draconium ore. So those are the things that we need to look for, those 6 things to close up this chapter. And then of course once we get into the end game, which is coming up after this chapter, I'm sure we'll find that we need to mine some of that stuff some more. This turned out pretty nice and was pretty quick to build. I like it, if I do say so myself. Yeah, All right, so sorry, I'm just still thinking, wow, this is cool. Getting a bit lost in the grandeur of it. It's funny how such a low graphics game can still make you feel sort of wow when you just sort of let your mind wander. Anyway, I'm babbling. We're going to call this an end of an episode, and next time we will warp to Novus and see what's up. Bye.